What's going on, boys? It's your boy, coming in with a certified slapper. Hope y'all ready for this. It's about the time how I got lit as fuck on my 21st birthday. It's gonna be a banger. Hope y'all ready for it. So I woke up and got ready and shit, and then I hit my sister up because we had to go to my mom's place. We had to go there and get food and get big fried. You know what the deal is. So we link up and then we head on over there. So we pull up to my mom's place and I'm saying what's up to her and shit. And she brings up that she just got a foosball table made. I was like, oh shit, no lie. All right, let's go peep it out. We get in the foosball room and guys, it went off. My sister and my mom went fucking crazy. They're fucking slamming these shits crazily left and right. They're grabbing these poles and fucking twisting them crazily, going ham. And eventually, it turns out that it was 8-10 with my sister. So I was like, okay, all right, not half bad, guys, you know. It looked a little intense, but I think I can do better. Poor mistake on my end. I go to verse my mom. Bro, she slashed my shit so hard, my skin basically turned red. It was fucking crazy. I got shatted on, a full-on poop spray bouquet, my guy. It was terrible. I straight went 2-10, dude. Over. After my mom puts me to shame, I'm like, okay, I'm going to cope with this by getting fried as fuck. We all pull up to the living room and we start to pass around this little bong. You know, it didn't chief half bad. The only problem is, my mom would pack it and then hand it to my sister. She'd rip it, hand it to me, cashed. I pass it to my mom so that she can repack it, and then she hands it back to my sister. And then my sister hands it to me. And guess what? It's ashed again. Oh, surprise, surprise. This happens, 3 or 4 more times? Yeah, it does. So your boy was like a little baked, you know, no lie, I did get a couple rips in, but she must have been zooted as stupid, dude. So anyways, we get to eating the cake, we start to dig in. We have nice slices of the cake. She made some nice food, you know, we get to chowing down, we got the munchies, you know. We eat our food and get our cake, and then my mom hands me this bottle. And I was like, ooh, what's this? She said, I got you something a little special. And I was like, oh shit, okay. Looking at the name, and it says rum chowder, boys. Ooh. If you don't know, rum chowder is probably one of the best tasting alcohols. I gotta say, I know a lot of people don't fuck with it, and it has kind of a weird milky vibe, but this shit slaps regardless, guys. I was happy as fuck. Immediately. Take a couple swigs, you know, I'm saying thanks. I'm like, wow, thanks, mom. Shortly after my mom hands me the bottle, I grab my food and we get to dipping. The reason why we had to dip so quickly was because we were gonna go to Michigan. If you don't know, bud is legal there recreationally. So 21st birthday, recreational bud, you know we're going there. We had about a 2-hour drive before we dipped out, so you know we gotta roll up a couple J's. I get to roll in about, I think 3 or 4, and then my sister's boyfriend wanted to join us too, so he tags along. After our J's rolling nicely rolled, we get to dipping. Cruising along, listening to some good beats, listening to some Eminem, a whole bunch of different artists and shit. And then we sparked up a J, and I got to thinking, I was like, damn, I really feel like rapping right now. So we turn on some jams, and you know what it is. We got to rapping, boys. A couple of fire mixtapes were made in that Civic that day. After our nice little rap sesh, we probably sparked another J, and then we arrived to the holy gates. My buddy's giving me the rundown on this shit, on how it's gonna go. He told me that I'm gonna go to a receptionist, and then she's gonna take me to a bud tender. So I was like, okay, that's all the knowledge I got off of this shit, and we're going in. Dude, this waiting room looked fucking futuristic and cool as fuck. They had like nice little plants everywhere and nice white furniture. They were featuring buds on like these 2 flat screen TVs hung up on the wall. And everything just looked really nice. There was like a glass panel wall that you could look through. And they had all the shit hung up on the wall, like different edibles you could get, pre-rolls, all different types of shit. I wait a little while on the couch and then a couple people go in and then I'm up. So I talk to the receptionist and she checks me in with a bud tender. I'm like, cool. She unlocks this little door, I go past it, and then I walk up to this guy. I'm like, what's up, dude? He said, what's good? He's giving me the rundown, showing me a little paper of like all different types of buds I could get and telling me about different deals that were going on and shit. Asking the guy what his favorite ones are, and he's telling me the peanut butter breath, the white runts, and the runts. I ask if I can check them out, and he's like, sure. He goes and grabs them. I'm sitting there, and then he comes back. He has a couple of glass jars. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm checking them out. I'm looking at the bottom of the jar, kind of like trying to peep these buds best as I can. And my conclusion was that the white runs and the peanut butter breath looked the best. So I picked up an eighth of each. After getting my bud settled, I was like, all right, now I gotta peep out the edibles. I'm looking at their deals. They got some decent deals going on. But the one deal that I was looking at was 5 for $35. I was like, okay, what's your favorite flavors on these? He's telling me he brings out the sour watermelon, the s'mores, and the caramel apple. I'm checking them out. I'm thinking about how it's gonna taste and shit, because they're like gummies and s'mores. Like a chocolate flavored gummy sounds a little strange. So I was like, just give me 2 of the sour watermelon and 2 of the caramel apple. And I was like, fuck it, throw in 1 of them s'mores, why not? He says, okay, man. Checks me out and shit. The total comes out to about $100. I was like, cool. Shortly after that, I walk out of the place and I go to the car and everybody just starts showing off their goodie bag. I'm seeing pre-rolls, edibles, different types of bud. It was awesome. I was like, oh shit, you got a couple pre-rolls? You know we gotta spark that shit up. So we get to smoking this shit called spice. But it ain't that kind of dookie spice. No. This ain't that K2 shit. This is that good, natural marijuana. We all got pretty fried too, considering it was 3 heads off of like a 1 gram joint. I mean, that's not bad. I was feeling really fucking good. So after a long trip, we get home, and my other sister wanted to meet up with us and take us out to Casa Fiesta. So she pulls up to the house, and we're chilling out for a couple of minutes. She saw that we had a couple edibles laying around. She's like, oh shit, what's going on with them? My other sister was like, nothing much. I mean, if you want to have a couple, you can. And she was like, okay, all right. She tries one, and then she was like, ooh, I kind of want another. So she tries another. Guys, she only took 20 milligrams. She does not smoke at all. Bro, I shit you not. A half an hour into like us hanging out, she was tripping sack. So we all dip out from my place and then we head over to Casa Fiesta. Naturally, since it's my 21st, I'm gonna get a strawberry daiquiri. A little alcohol, you know what I'm saying? We get to sip in these adult bevies, and then my freaking one sister that took the 20 milligrams, bro, she was tripping out. She thought that she wasn't acting sober, even though she was the most sober acting one there. She straight just thought that she was tripping out and like acting really weird. We get to finishing our drinks and then, having a little bit of food. We get the bill and dip early because she just wasn't having a good time. We lived about a block away from her, and since she was like so baked out of her mind, we just ended up going home with her to make sure she was all safe and shit. Me and my one sister had to walk home then. The rest of the night kind of just ended up with me drinking half of that bottle of rum chowder, smoking that peanut butter breath and white runs. Oh my god, guys. This white runs was insane. If I could put it on a scale of 1 to 10, it was a fucking 12 out of 10. No, it was a 1 million out of 10. The shit was bussin', guys. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of this story. Hope y'all have a good one, and peace.
I feel a chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place.